Detroit's primary election is on Tuesday, and the city's top job is up for grabs. 9 candidates are on the ballot, and we have asked each of them to sit down for a one-on-one conversation before Election Day. Joining us tonight is Jonathan Barlow. Thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you for having me, Shayna, and thank you, CBS, for just being a great platform.
Of course, it's important to get some answers for our viewers. So, first of all, we want to start with your background. You're one of the lesser-known candidates that voters have to choose from. No shade thrown there, but it's true. So, for those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about your background and why you're running.
Well, we're the proud product of Detroit Public Schools, Bates Academy, Renaissance, Wayne State University. We've coached basketball. We've ministered on both the east side and downriver. We've pretty much done it all behind the scenes. We've changed legislation, but then we've also done things nationally and internationally that puts us in a very good position to lead this city.
What kind of things have you done? What are you referring to?
Well, listen, we've brought together both Republicans and Democrats in Atlanta for pro-democracy type of activations to make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to vote. But we've also built businesses, world-class concierge services in Miami, D.C., and the Caribbean alike. But also we have sports agency partnerships as well as a tech company that operates in a very accelerator type of fashion here in the city, where we've helped founders from all over, from Black Tech Saturdays to Tech Town to whoever needs the real type of help that we can provide. We're here to give it to them.
All right, Detroit has made a lot of progress in the last decade, and this is an important crossroads to make sure that progress continues. So what do you see as the most pressing issue still facing the city, and how would you address it?
Well, it's the tell of two futures. A lot of people say it's the tell of two cities, but it's the tell of two futures. Either we're going to accelerate and be the international innovation hub, or we're going to sit behind and let China and other countries lead the way and have Detroit efficient in being able to bring capital and products to market. And what I mean by that is simply this: if we don't create the workforce pipelines, if we don't make sure our education system is top class and world class so that other families want to come here, we're not going to get to the next level. So I want to make sure that all minds and all hands are on deck to increase public safety, make sure economic mobility is a first, but make sure our community innovation hubs, which I created as a concept to make sure health and wellness services and one-stop business centers to cut through all the red tape is in every district so that every community has a chance to thrive.
And how would you fund something like these innovation centers you're talking about?
Well, we have a $500 million business growth fund that we're planning on starting as soon as we get past this primary. I've been committed to by a number of private equity firms as well as a number of just angel investors, both locally and nationally. We have a great deal of talent that have gone around the world and become millionaires and that sit in very high positions, and they are ready to come back, but they're scared that we might fall into another era of controversy and corrupt politics. And I'm here to stop all of that and push us forward.
Okay, speaking of controversy though, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about a certain viral video from about a month ago. For a lot of our viewers, it might be what they're familiar with when they hear your name. We don't have too much time to get into every nitty-gritty detail, but there was an encounter about a month ago between you and a young group of women, accusations of harassment and assault, a police report filed. What do you want voters to know about that incident before they head to the polls?
Well, guess what? Nothing has been brought to me. No charges have been filed. Nothing has been done with that. It was a TikTok episode and a superstar that felt like she wanted to become a political spectator and political person in this race, and that's why she chose to put me on TikTok. But regardless of that, I've been pitching safe nights and safe spaces as a platform in a campaign that will continue past this election, and other things that have put me in a position to where my public service and my community service and advocacy, not only for women, especially my grandmother who grew up with Rosa Parks, and my mother who suffered from breast cancer, and my sister who continues to thrive. I'm just a total advocate for every individual, diversity, especially those who are getting overlooked. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention ICE and the things that they're doing to put the fear in the Southwest residents. And that's what I'm about, making sure that I meet every family where they are, and that's my plan, reach every family once I'm elected.
Do you have any regrets, though, about that viral video situation? Would you handle it differently if it were to occur again?
Well, get this. I've talked to Channel 2 and others about what I would have done. Left a little bit sooner, carried more security, but I've been doing this again for 20 plus years in entertainment. I've been in and out of every nightclub and every venue possible both big and large. And normally I go backstage, but this time I just happen to be in my very free moment, and being able to campaign at nighttime put me in a disadvantage. And we're moving forward 1,000%, and we've had great support after that. People understand what it was, and we're not shying away from it, and we're going to lean into the support that we give to those who are affected by trauma and can be able to find a pathway to solution for that.
Okay, well, that is our time today. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us here in studio.